Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I would just like to recommend that everybody read the autobiography of Malcolm X. It's a very famous book. Inshallah, you can find it in the library. You can get it used online probably for $1. It's been translated. They have it in Arabic and all kinds of other languages. A lot of the times when I recommend this book to people, they tell me that they saw the movie. But that doesn't count, okay? If you saw the movie, then just make Tawbah and then go read the book, because the movie is nothing compared to the book, and I don't recommend anyone even watch the movie. And some of the main benefits of reading this book include gaining an understanding of Islam in America, because in my opinion, Allah guided more Americans to Islam through the Dawah of Malcolm X than anyone else who ever propagated Islam in America. So this is very significant. So for example, you might wonder why, when it comes to Americans that embraced Islam in America, why are most of them African American? Why, for example, if you have a beard and a kufi and a thobe and you're walking through an African American community, why are people much more likely to say Assalamu alaikum to you? If you read the autobiography of Malcolm X, then you will understand the history behind how many of these people came to Islam. Also in the African American Muslim communities, the Salafi Dawah seems to be much more popular. And if you understand, for example, Malcolm X, the different stages he went through in regards to his Islam. At first, the Islam that he was called to, it wasn't true Islam. It wasn't proper. In fact, many of the beliefs would take one outside the fold of Islam. And it wasn't until he went to Saudi Arabia and made Hajj that he learned proper Islam. So that being the case, it makes sense that people who come from this history would take authenticity very seriously, because there was a time when Islam was introduced in these communities and it was completely incorrect. So I think that is something that's very significant. Also, there's a lot to learn just about American history in general. You know, Malcolm X, he died about 50 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. Yet America was very different. And so much of what happened back then, it still has an effect on the society today. And lastly, it's also an excellent example about how Islam can transform someone's life and communities even. Malcolm X, he takes you on a journey through his life, and you see the different stages he went through, and you see how he completely transformed his life. And not only that, you see how sincere he was. When someone presented him with the truth, he accepted it 100%, and he propagated it, and he was brave. He wasn't afraid, even though he knew that him preaching the true Islam was probably going to get him killed. He still did it. And as a result, thousands and thousands and thousands of people have embraced Islam. And people still to this day read his book and embrace Islam. Alhamdulillah. So I recommend everybody read that book, the autobiography of Malcolm X. It's very interesting. It's action-packed. It's very educational. It's historical. It's spiritual. It's a great book. I highly recommend it. Jazakumullahu khairan for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.